Obligatory podcast intro.
Hi, hello, and welcome. This is Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. I'm Matt with my co-host Adam, and this show is where we take two comics and we go, hey, look at this. Check this out.
Yep.
We got we got some letters. I got Z. What do you got?
I got W.
Got W. I think you're first.
Yes, sir.
This week.
Yeah, so Wolverine, right?
Is that what you got? No.
I'm just playing. I found this one. It's called Wretched Things. It is by Comics Experience. Not a huge publisher, but they did some things.
I never heard of them.
Yeah, it came out in 2016. The art is by Ken Perry, and the writing and lettering is done by Devin Wong. You know how rarely I see that? Writing and
lettering?
Yeah.
Lettering's normally a third dude.
Yeah, it's usually
a
separate.
Person, sorry.
Or the whole thing's done by one guy. In our cases, a lot of times.
Or it'll be like written and artist will be the same guy, and then a
Lettering.
letterer.
Yeah. Lettering
It's
is
a
almost
real specific job, I guess, skill.
I guess it's, and then on the later comics to now, I see programs like programs on the computer
for lettering.
Yeah, it'll say
just for lettering.
Yeah.
I mean, it can
Yeah,
do
they
a
use
lot
a
for
special.
your comic.
They have a special program that they cite on here for lettering. So
That's
it's
cool.
that much of a specific thing.
My wife has looked over my shoulder before and been like, the bubbles look like shit.
Right, bubble
So
placement.
like she doesn't read comics, and even her noticed that like that looks bad.
It's important.
So it is important.
I've seen.
That's what I was getting at.
I've seen comparisons due to the
Comparisons of dudes.
of the letterer without the bubbles and with the bubbles, and it'll have like main characters covered up with the with the bubbles and stuff because they had to they're not allowed to change what the dude's saying.
Yeah, because it's
So
there. Yep.
He's trying to fit all this shit on there.
You just gotta write it.
But that's
or
not normal. That's
design
not
it.
normal. Back in the day, that wouldn't have happened really very often. They had the bubbles already mapped out a lot of times.
Oh, they're like this.
Is
They
where
were like, this is what we
that
need
way
it to
that
look
doesn't
like.
happen. Yeah.
So even less freedom, make it fit and look good in this bubble.
Yes.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What is this?
Well, what's the point?
What is this? We got some comics?
Yeah. Is that all? We got some comics.
I thought it'd be funny. It sounded really rude.
It
I was
did.
very passive, not
Hurt
passive aggressive,
my
but
feelings.
like politely rude.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But hurry up, let's go.
So the comic came. Oh, I said 2016. My bad.
Yeah, you said. Yeah.
So this starts out with voiceover. I in my head, I clearly hear the voiceover. It's just the intro monologue type thing.
Narration.
Yeah, done by Impatience, which is a six-legged spider. This whole comic is from the point of view of varmints. Vermin and varmints, and they go by a couple of different names.
Okay.
Meaning spiders, centipedes, cockroaches, but also mice and rats and some slightly smaller. But it seems that on the big end, like rats are like the biggest of the vermin or whatever. And they're all completely sentient. They all have full sentience. They think like any other one of us, like a human completely. All of them. So all the way down to like weevils and shit.
Yeah.
That's like a person. So it starts out with her explaining all of varmints origin of species type story. She kind of tells that, and it just sounds like when people came around, basically.
Yeah.
And so they're we've been at war with the humans since in time memoriam. She's talking about how much she hates humans, and she's six-legged because she got stomped on by a human.
Oh.
She is from somewhere else from where our story takes place. She's been riding they call them kites or whatever. They put the silk out and the wind will take them places. So she's been all across America.
They really do that?
Yeah, for real.
That's cool.
So she, usually whenever they're born and stuff, so they can scatter, but some spiders just do it to move. She talks about doing that basically all over America. She doesn't use terms like that. They're super smart, but they don't know all the human terms and whatnot. They're pretty clued in, but they don't understand technology all the way. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So they're I don't know, like a caveman compared to a regular human. And so she moves into this house specifically and gets a new clan of spiders because all the vermin have clans within their own species.
I was curious
So all
if they
the
were going
mice
to be
kick it.
warring and stuff.
All the mice kick it. The mice and the rats don't like each other. The mice eat the spiders and cockroaches and everything, but they still hang out. It's a cool power dynamic.
Yeah.
The world building in this comic is amazing. It's only 4 issues, and you get a real deep feeling that all the vermin really hate people. Well, that's the whole point of this comic. She talks about moving into this house and getting her new clan and basically rebelling. She wants to kill people. She wants there to be a revolution, basically. And she leaves her clan to start a revolution in this house. Each house is its like own universe. Not universe, like its big town. So everybody stays in their town basically forever. Some people migrate between houses. They treat it like it's its own city. So,
with like kings, right?
Yeah, each varmint section has their own rulers.
Leaders,
they have ancients.
right,
They're
okay.
called ancients. They're the ones who are in charge, and they're bigger. That's the one difference you can tell between a regular centipede and an ancient is the ancient's like 20 times bigger.
Damn.
She leaves her clan and tries to find other like-minded vermin in the house. So her clan, the main part of the comic opens up with her clan searching for her. They're trying to kill her, basically. Her clan goes to the mice, and they're like, hey, have you seen Impatience? She's got 6 legs. She would have been talking about revolution. We're trying to, nip that in the bud. And the mice are like, no, get out of here. You're lucky we don't eat you. Mm-hmm. Next time, announce yourself before you come into our territory type of thing. Because they do eat the spiders. That's like one of their natural enemies. So now we pick up, you think the whole book's going to be about from the spider's point of view. And now you like jump away from the spiders and now you're with mice point of view. That's the main point of views in this book. So the mice crew, we meet the main leader. His name's Balsamic. He's the leader of the mice crew. We meet his son. His son's name is Bran. He's like a legend. At the beginning of the story, she's like talking about how legendary this Bran is. Uh-huh. He's called Bran the Devourer. So all the mice are like, 4 inches tall, and he's like 2 inches tall. Okay. He's basically grown, and he's the size of a baby, pretty much. And he's like whining, why can't I go on the hunts and whatnot? And his dad's like, all right, you're coming on your hunt tonight. You have to pull your own weight. You're right. Nobody's going to be nice to you. I can't give you extra special treatment or nothing. Yeah. You're going to be treated like everybody else. And he's so happy. They go out on their scavenging. The house has just been inhabited by 2 new humans. The other people moved out, and this is brand new people in the house. And they treat them like gods. And so they're like, the humans have settled in. They bought food. We're going to go raid tonight, so let's go, Bran.
That's cool.
So immediately, Bran fucks up and gets, like, separated from his crew. He has to be saved immediately. And then we see this new couple has a cat. The cat comes out of nowhere and kills one of Bran's friends, like, right in front of everybody. And they start to scatter. And Bran is, like, can't run very fast, and he didn't react quickly, so he's kind of stuck there with the cat. And the cat's like, I'm going to eat you. And he's like, I'm going to stay. I'm going to sacrifice myself because I'm not worth anything. I'm going to sacrifice myself for my family, and they're going to get away. And that's going to be me, the best I can do in my life. That's where his mindset is. Ugh. So he squares up with a cat, bro, like a baby mouse. He's running around. He's dodging. He's not jumping in and fighting. He's like staying alive while he's fighting a cat. Impatience pops out of nowhere with a couple of her new spider crew that she recruited from the understairs, which I'll explain in a second. She pops up, distracts the cat, is talking shit to the cat, and then like gets away with her spider silk. So they save Bran. They explain who they are, Impatience and her homie. They are the Spider Rebellion. You should join the Spider Rebellion immediately. They're like, we need you, is what they say to Bran.
Cool.
And he's like, why? I'm like the worst of the mice. And they're like, no, you are important.
Bad mouse, badass spider, though.
Exactly. Is
Could
what I
be
thought.
A good spider.
That's what I thought it was going.
Oh, we're wrong.
But he already, at the very beginning of this, Impatience is already 4 layers deep into her plan. So right after Bran gets saved, they go to a temporary safe house that's like right outside. It's in a bucket.
He went with the spiders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Impatience and her homie. Mm-hmm. They take him to a upside down bucket in the yard, and they all sleep during the day. They show that some bugs are awake during the day. You don't know why that's important yet. And you see them carrying like mouse parts. Mouse parts. And they haven't explained what's going to happen yet. So you see it in the background. I didn't find it till like the 3rd read through, by the way.
Yeah, you saw
I didn't notice that.
It.
Yeah. So Impatience talks to Bran about the revolution type shit. And then she goes, all right, we'll go home. We'll take you home the next night. So it's the next night. Bran goes home. His entire family is dead. What food they got on their mission was rat poison that the new people had put out, and they had never seen rat poison before. So they thought they scored. So they all took it home and had a feast. And Bran gets back to his village, and every single mouse is dead.
Damn. So as a human, I'm like, nice.
Yeah, right. That was the point.
As a listener, I'm like, no.
No, you feel for him.
Yeah, no.
We're still in the first issue. But
are they white mice?
Bran is very...
Or are they gray mice?
You end up finding out there's white lab rats later.
Oh, okay.
So there is domestic and wild animals in this. As soon as Impatience sees that all his family's dead, she's like, so happy. This is perfect. She goes, all right, look, I'm here to kill all humans. She like breaks it down more. And you need to help me kill all the rest of the humans. You have no family left. You are going to be my best soldier. You're going to be like my right hand. And we're going to rally all these other animals together, vermin together, and we're going to kill the people that live in this house. So she's broken down her scheme.
That's killing all the humans?
That's the first step.
Okay.
So whenever they kill that human, they're going to show all the animals in the adjacent houses, and they think that's going to help rally those extra cities to the cause.
Do the same
because
thing.
they show so they're just going to move from one house to the next to the next. Is Impatience's plan. He's like, okay, yeah. So she's like, let's go to the understairs. The understairs is like the main hub mixing pot of the house. All the different vermin can go here and safely coexist for the most part. They're not supposed to hurt each other. Bran gets to this town that he's never been before. It's like a big city. If his village was a village or a town, this is a big city. And he gets shown around by Impatience. Impatience leaves him alone for a second, and the giant, scary rat man approaches him, and he starts smelling him, and he talks to him for a minute, and he recognizes him. He goes, "You're one of Balsamic's kids." He's like, "Whoa, how'd you know my dad? He would have never had any dealings with you, scum," or whatever. And he goes, "Are you kidding me? Me and him were like besties. I was the one that convinced him to take the deal." What? And he goes, "Oh, we'll talk about it later." And then is about to assault him, physically assault him. As that's about to happen, Impatience pops out and like saves them, basically.
Nice.
Like, "What are you doing?" Like, breaks it up. Bran gets taken back to the rebellion headquarters. He's introduced around to like ants and a hornet and different kinds of spiders. So it's a whole crew of different species. And then you see a couple spiders strung up by a string, missing a bunch of legs. And they're like, "These are our captives that we caught from your old village. They're spies or whatever. And we've been torturing them, but they're not answering our questions." And Impatience is like, "Good, Bran, as soon as they don't answer my next question, I need you to chew their legs off for me." And Bran's like, "Whoa, this is my first mission or my first responsibilities for the rebellion is chewing spiders' legs off." And he was like, or she was like, yeah. So he does it immediately. He chomps like 7 legs between the 2 spiders.
Damn.
They have like the only legs left they have are the ones that they're hung up by.
Oh, man.
So they have like 2 legs
Did he
left.
swallow?
They don't show, but his face is covered in green goo.
Yeah, so
It's
maybe
pretty
he
gross.
enjoyed it.
It was pretty gross. That was pretty gross looking. I know that for sure.
He's like, "I'm full. I don't want to buy any more legs."
And so they're kind of hanging out here. We hear like ancient tales from Impatience, like where she got her drive from, stories from the past, myths. And she's like, "This is what inspired me to take out all the humans, this and that." And she goes, "All right, come with me. You're my second in command. We're going to go meet with another army." So they go to meet with the centipedes. The centipedes are like the second biggest faction in this, basically, or one of the biggest factions. They go there. They're speaking to an ancient centipede, and he's like, "No, we voted on it. We're not going to help you kill the humans. Y'all are dumb." Bran goes, "What do we do now?" And Impatience is like, "We fight or we die." And so they get attacked from all angles. From just the whole panel is covered in centipedes. Little wriggly 1,000,000-leg freaks. It's nasty looking. And they get attacked and they're fighting. And then all of a sudden, some of the centipedes turn on the other centipedes and start helping Impatience and Bran.
And they're like, "Viva la revolution!"
Yes, dude. They go, "We're tired of being under the boot heel of the ancients. We side with Impatience." So they're fighting and they're like, "Oh, thanks for dying with us. There's only like 50 of y'all.
Yeah.
There's thousands of your homies. What did you think was going to happen?" She goes, "No, we're not dying tonight." And then a bunch of rat mercenaries pop out of nowhere and start helping them. It was really cool. It was genuinely awesome. And then also some wasps come out of nowhere and start helping too.
Ariel.
Battle of the 5 armies type of shit
right?
going down. It's really cool. And Bran gets surrounded by some centipede enemies. He's about to get eaten.
Nice band name.
And he goes Super Saiyan and kills like 12 centipedes like all around him at once by himself. And he looks down at his hands. They're all green and gross and shit. So they win. They basically take out most of the centipedes, and the rest of them retreat.
You killed 5 or how many?
It shows like 7 or 8 dead on the ground.
Nice. Okay.
And he, like I said, he's only so big. Some of these centipedes are big.
Yeah.
They go the gamut of the sizes from like an inch.
Yeah, I was picturing monstrous for some reason.
They do have them. The ancients are like 10 inches long or something, where the regular ones are like an inch. You know what I mean? It's a big difference. Like I said earlier, it looks, if it was coming at you, you would actually be scared.
Yeah. Ugh.
And so now they go
That's what I
to
do.
the rat city, the main rat city.
Rat City.
And the
bitch.
main rat city governor or mayor or whatever is a white lab rat. And he's all scarred up from the
Has
laboratory.
he got a monocle?
No, he's got a glassy white eye, though.
Oh.
It looks cool. And his scarring is like, you know what I mean? It's surgical. So it's not from scrapes and stuff. It's perfect lines.
I was about to ask if he had a scar. That's what I was
Covered
going
in
to
scars.
say. Oh,
Literally covered. Because he was a lab rat, a literal lab rat.
Right.
And so they
I'd
experimented
assume
on
he'd
him.
have at least one.
So he was extremely anti-human, even more than the other rats. So the rats were actually really easy to convince, help them to the rebellion. They're like, yeah, for sure. The governor was like, yeah, for sure. Most of the people were like, yeah, for sure. They're all down. They're like, screw the people.
Yeah, they suck.
So we get to see daily life in the rat city, and it's okay. It's like a kind of shitty human city. So you could live there like semi-peacefully and have like a pretty normal life, it seems like. A little more crime and gangs than most places here, not everywhere. And
I was going to say, it sounds like here.
so it's just cranked up a little bit,
A little
basically.
bit, yeah.
And so while Impatience is out on a mission, basically, she has to go handle some business. Bran's left alone again. And as he's left to go alone, the rat from earlier that he almost got in scrap with shows up, and he's like 7 rats deep.
Oh,
and he's
shit.
about to mess up. He's about to mess up Bran.
Boy.
And out of nowhere, one of the giant centipedes shows up, and he's like, "Hey, bro, why does it take 7 giant rats to fight one small mouse? Are
One
you
little
a badass?"
tiny mouse.
He's like, "You're a real badass." He does that thing where he's like, "You must be a real badass, taking
Yeah.
all these guys to beat up one thing." He goes, "You gonna stop this?" He goes, "No, I just like to watch and make sure it's fair." So the centipede wasn't going to stop it. He just was making sure he didn't get jumped.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fight starts, and of course the rat slashes Bran across the gut, and it's nasty looking because they actually have red blood. The little insects have green blood.
Right.
They have regular red blood. He gets cut across the guts real deep, and he bends over, and he's like really hurt. The rat walks up to him and picks him up by the head. And this rat's like 5 times his size. Grabs him by the head, all disrespectful as hell, holds him up in the air, and he's like, I'm gonna feast on you, but before I do, I'm gonna tell you what your dad did. Why do you think you mice never got raided by the rats? You know, everywhere else that's a thing, that the rats raid the mice all the time, and you would be moving constantly under fear. Do you know why your clan was so protected and never had any issues? And he was like, I thought we were tough or whatever. He goes, no, your dad got rid of everyone. Every time they had a litter of let's say 15 kits, they would get rid of 14 and keep 1 and give the rats the babies to eat.
Oh, damn.
So his dad wasn't just drug dealing and smoking with this homie. He was letting the
Selling
rats
babies.
eat his kids.
Selling babies as food.
Yeah. So you see how really grimdark this world is portrayed.
Yeah.
Like I said, the world building in this is sick.
Gotta make a living. Do they make money?
No, it's like a barter.
So it's just, don't attack us.
Uh-huh.
And you can have all our babies.
Yep. That was the trade. And
Damn,
so,
so he's just going to every mom and being like, 14 again.
this is our deal. Yeah.
14 of them died again.
Yeah.
Literally every time y'all have 15 or so
Yeah.
babies, they all die except for one. It's crazy. Here you go.
Yeah, they were, and he was like, "That's why your community was so small. Like most mice, they live in these giant
I
communities,
sold them all
whatever."
to fucking rats.
It's gnarly. So he's about to, he talks all this shit, and then he brings them in close, and he's about to get bit in the face, and he had picked up a nail earlier, so that's like a big sword for him, basically.
Yeah.
And he starts bringing it down with the force of the gods into this rat's eyes and his face, and it's so bloody. It looks like a Punisher comic or some
nice.
shit. It's just spraying everywhere, and he just keeps stabbing, panel after panel after panel of him stabbing this thing in the face, and he lets go of him. And as he lets go, Bran starts dropping down, falling out of his grip. And on the way down, he leans forward, and the guy's screaming like a wolf with his head held back. Bran goes in and gets his whole throat and uses his mouse teeth to rip out his entire throat.
Nice.
And he dies quick because he's got no throat and shit. A bunch of his rat homies were there to see. The big centipede saw it. A bunch of the people in town saw it. And that's kind of where he started getting the Devourer nickname.
I was curious.
He thinks he's screwed because he killed one of the rats in Rat City. He's like, they're going to kill me or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he goes and meets with the mayor. The mayor's like, bro,
we respect you.
Exactly. You knew exactly.
Wait, really?
Yeah. He was like, the rules here are very loosely interpreted, is like how he put it. He goes, but that guy he was a bad guy. We know he attacked you. Like we know the deal.
Yeah.
And he goes, did y'all let that happen to me? Did you, impatience, let that happen to me? And you find out, yes, that like was pushed by the mayor and impatience. So they're trying to put Bran in all these crazy situations where they pretty much know he'll come out, but also they want him to look like a badass. So they're building him up. They're building him up to be, I'm just going to say it, the Messiah. They want him to be they want him to be the Messiah for their movement.
Ali Dahib Dalib Ali Dalib Moab Dalib Moab what? What is it?
Moab-Deeb.
Moab-Deeb?
Yeah. So he's having this cool conversation with the mayor, and during it, Impatience gets back from her little mission. She like somehow brings the biggest caterpillar, the Ancient, all the way to the Rat City dead. So I don't know how that works because she's like 1/1000th the size of this centipede, but somehow she got it back.
What is she?
A spider. Impatience is like a skinny leg spider, not even like a big thick tarantula.
Well, they can lift, 12 times their body weight.
And so it's a dead Ancient. I killed the caterpillar king or whatever. Now we have the caterpillars on our side. Not caterpillars, Jesus Christ. They are centipedes. The centipedes. Now that all the centipedes are on their side. They had gotten that little group from earlier, and now they have the whole crew of centipedes. Now
they killed the ancient centipede. Yeah, you did say caterpillar.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm glad I remembered
are all
today.
On the revolution side now.
Yes,
cool.
All of them, and then these wasps from earlier go back to their hives and convert all the wasps to the revolution. So basically, everybody
should die too.
The wasps.
Yeah,
they're the cannon fodder.
Yeah.
So the first page of the last issue number 4, the wasps attack the cat from earlier and just decimate it, bro.
See?
They rip out its gut. They rip out its guts, bro.
They can't do that, but
so the humans see this. The humans see the cat. Now Bran goes to talk with Impatience and is like, what's going on? Why are you like doing all this stuff to me? You're like nice to me, but also put me in these dangerous situations. She's kind of like blames her plan a little bit. You're going to be the like face of the revolution, and that will help us gain more followers. Yeah. You're more sympathetic. I can be in the background and like run shit, but like you'll be the face. I let you come with me. You hear the planning and stuff. So like I'm grooming you kind of to replace me eventually is kind of what she says.
Have you heard the story of Moab-Deeb?
She saw it on TV once and was like hooked. So now all the plans are coming together. This is the first time we see a cockroach. This cockroach is one of the scouts. He comes to Impatience, and Bran is like, hey, it's on, mission complete. And Bran's like, what was the mission? And she goes, you'll like this. It's very ironic. We liquefied a bunch of the rat poison, and we're poisoning their soup, so they drink the rat poison tonight. And he's like, damn, we're going to kill them with rat poison? And she was like, no. We just want them not to be able to resist too much. We want to actually kill them by force, not by poisoning. Yeah. We need to be extravagant and very cinematic so we can recruit more people to the revolution. Yeah. We need a good story, is basically, because they could have just killed him in that step. They could have put enough rat poison in it to kill him. Yeah. They specifically said not.
You're in that position. You're obviously in control.
Yep,
so.
at that point. So now
they want to torture him.
She's like, Bran, I need you to run the second wave of the attack. That's the attack that's actually going to kill him. We need you to lead that attack. And he's like, of course. He's still down. Throughout this whole story, his faith doesn't waver, by the way. And so he's like, cool, thank you. He's like, I really appreciate that. Like, he's very grateful for the opportunity. We barely see the humans in this whole comic. They're in like 3 of the issues basically for a couple panels. This is the most we see of them. We see the husband in bed going, and holding his stomach, and his wife is in the bathroom puking. So as his wife's in the bathroom puking, and she's doing really bad, like she can't stand up really. She's in there and she starts hearing scuttling and mouse noises and rat noises and centipede noises getting closer and closer. Some come up through the toilet. Some come from the cracks. Some of them like slide down from the roof, the spiders. all the vermin started attacking her first. And then as soon as she started screaming, the husband stood up and he tried to go and help her. And there was all the spiders were in his room, and they had made a bajillion webs down enough to catch him and make him restrained, basically, or like stuck for a second. And they do it well enough where he's like stuck and caught up by the spider web, and he's trying to get to her and he can't get to her. He's held up, and she dies. We see her die, or we see she dies, but it's like the door closes and she like dies behind the door.
They actually did it.
Yeah, and so now he's like, "Rah!" He gets really pissed. And he starts like kind of breaking through out of it. So they're like second wave before he gets loose. So Bran is leading the second wave. There's a bunch of wasps in this wave, and the centipedes a bunch in this wave. There's a bunch of spiders in this wave. Most of them. I think the rats were actually in the other room. So he's getting closer to the door. She dies behind the door, and he's getting swarmed now. All of them start focusing on him, and he's doing okay actually. He's like getting loose and smushing a bunch of them and smacking the wasps out of the sky and killing the centipedes and like karate chopping them and stomping them. He's actually like doing all right. He's about to get loose, and Bran goes, "All right, we all got to charge together. This is the last charge. We're going to charge him. We're going to kill him." He doesn't explain how. We're going to charge and kill him. And he goes, "We all have to do this together, okay?" And all the spiders are like, "Okay." And then Bran starts sprinting towards the human, and all the spiders go, "Wait, you know what Impatience said?" And they all hold back and let Bran run up solo again. They like all stop attacking him. Everybody stops. They were all in on the plan except for Bran, pretty much. And so Bran like runs up. He's about to get to the guy, and he looks around and realizes they're like backing up basically, and nobody's followed him. He's all on his own. The guy reaches down, grabs Bran by like the whole body, and he's like smushing him, and only his head's sticking out. And he's holding him up like above his head, like he's about to smush him. And Bran reaches down and uses his super sharp mice teeth and bites on the webbing of the thumb.
Yeah.
He lets go, and he lets go above his head, and he's screaming because he just got bit. Well, Bran falls directly into the dude's mouth and crawls down into his throat and either cuts him up from the inside or just blocks his throat. They don't make it completely clear. And kills the guy, like almost solo, basically. Like at the beginning, he got help, but then like he did the whole killing part himself. You're like, holy shit, man! Bran went out like he's going to be a martyr, and he
hero of the revolution.
Yeah, he actually cuts out of the dude's throat and like pulls himself out of the throat, and he's like, "Yeah, the people of the revolution." He's like basically dead. He almost got completely smushed. He wakes up in the hospital back in Rat City. And Impatience is in there, and then some of the other people he met, like at the beginning, some of her Impatience's original crew are in the hospital room with him. And he's like, "Yeah, we did it, this and that." And she goes, "I can't believe you lived." She goes, "I had planned everything worked perfect in my entire plan." Like she had planned everything from the beginning to groom him into becoming a martyr.
Making a legend.
A martyr, yeah. Not just a hero. She needed him specifically to be a martyr. And she explains that all that to him in front of her crew.
Yeah.
And you're expecting him to be like, "I can't believe you did this to me. Oh my God, this is so messed up." He's like, "I understand."
Yeah,
like that makes a way better story, and my name will be remembered forever, right? And she'll be like, "Bran the Devourer." He will be named across the entire. She doesn't say country, but she's like all the lands or whatever. Yeah. Your name will never.
Neighborhood.
Yeah, your name will never be forgotten, basically. And he goes, "Okay, how are we gonna do it?" "Well, my homie here, she's really poisonous. She's just going to bite you."
Oh my God. Just call me fucking Kevin now. What the fuck? Let me leave and go to another part of the house.
Something, anything.
It's stupid.
But no, he's all down for it. He's like 100% on board. So he rolls over in bed, a cute little hospital bed. It's one of the few things
I was curious about this.
That's not scaled, because usually it's like human stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Little stuff they use to replace stuff their size, like a lot of small media does. This one, the hospital bed, I don't know. Maybe, I mean,
tiny little. Beep.
I have it right here.
Little heart
it's
monitor.
Just literally a real hospital bed. I thought so. It's like not a. I don't know. That's funny. It looks like a real hospital bed. You see a silhouette of him getting bit by the spider, and he dies. And then we pick up with detectives in the house investigating the deaths of the two
real
humans.
Human detectives.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they're like seeing all the dead bugs everywhere. They're seeing dead rats in places, and they're like, "Wow, this is weird. What are we going to do?" And they like kind of joke back and forth. And then the last panel, it makes it look like all the bugs are attacking them because they're like on the edges of the panel. So I think they're about to get attacked.
Yeah.
So I think the revolution is going like hardcore now.
Yeah, they're moving.
They're actually going to go. They got more people to help.
Didn't seem like they needed Bran to fuel this revolution.
And maybe that's how they got all the people to join in on the. I don't know.
Everyone seemed
But
down.
it's left kind of ambiguously.
Okay.
You just see that the vermin are still together and maybe attacking right this second or planning attack for the near future.
Yeah.
So the faces in this are all like rats and bugs and shit. And it's so funny how they made the mice look different from the rats and the rat faces look different from each other. So I would say with non-human faces in this, they're really good.
Nice.
And then the human faces in it are so bland and simple and generic. They are stand-ins for any human. And then we see the detective's face is very ambiguous. I guess the one guy's supposed to be Asian and the other guy's black. But so I guess you can at least tell ethnicities. But the human faces are left very general.
Mm-hmm.
Very simple. Yeah, it was real quick reading. I said every single thing that happened in that comic.
I got a Z comic. I got the letter Z, so I got
Zed.
a comic that starts with Z. Can you guess what the first word is?
0.
Yes. It is 0 Day Threat.
Of course.
Writer is James Gillarte. Artist is Tony Donnelly.
Okay.
Color is Paul Little. Letterer, Marco Della Verde. Editor is Chris Simon. It came out in 2020. It is by Red 5.
Oh, cool.
This comic kicks off in Geneva. There's a dead body floating in the water. It seems modern times.
Okay.
There's a man at a restaurant, a little seaside restaurant, and he sees this dead body and he runs out there and grabs her. Now, immediately, apparently through lines of coding and whatnot and just how fast information spreads, there's a bald man smoking cigarettes and drinking a beer looking at like 6 computer screens.
Uh-huh.
It
He's
shows,
a hacker, obviously.
I'm in. It shows the girl that was grabbed out of the water, shows her get put in the hospital van, and shows the bald guy going, so where did she wind up? Let's take a closer look.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to police reports.
Yeah, everything at once.
And ambulance just arrived. They're taking her. They just pulled up, and someone had pulled her out of the water. So he says, this time things are going to end differently. He chugs some Jameson, and then he leaves.
Okay.
The woman wakes up. She notices immediately that she has this weird tattoo on her right wrist.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know who she is, doesn't know what the tattoo is. Who am I? Looks at her clipboard. It says Jane Doe. She thinks, am I Jane Doe? Truly does not remember a thing. She takes her wrapping off. She gets out in the hall. Bald.
Is she bald?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she has hair.
Okay.
She's the one they found in the water.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
bald dude that was chugging Jameson is like immediately behind her, telling her, you're making this too easy. And she just starts like karate chopping and everything. They get into this crazy fist fight. She beats his ass, dude.
Nice.
It's cool. He was not expecting that whatsoever. So she busts in to the communications room. It's like a bunch of computers and the video camera.
Yeah.
Security room.
Yeah.
And the guy starts popping shots off at her. And she runs in the room, and the police and security guards there, they start fighting the bald dude.
Mm-hmm.
She is in the room, and she immediately gets on the computer and says, how am I doing this? This is crazy.
Okay. She's a hacker too.
I don't understand how I don't know how to do any of this, but you see her little tattoo like light up.
Okay.
And she's just going to town, locks the door. So we're in Newman headquarters, Hawaii. Is a big, really tall glass building. I'd say about like 20-something stories.
Damn.
Big-ass glass building. Woman comes in, talks to a man named General Clavin or Caven or something. Clavin?
Yeah.
Something like that. Just the general, that's what I'll call him.
Yeah.
He's talking to the general. He's in charge at Newman over here. Tells him the Operation Red Rogue was a failure. He's upset because he was told it was a success.
Yeah.
She tells him we had a man hang back to make sure no one was going to connect this to Newman. Mm-hmm. And he found out that the target was still alive.
Oh.
The director or general says, what are we doing about this? Oh, we got a guy on it. Don't worry. He's going to clean it up. He very politely says, hey, we can't have this come back to us. We just can't.
Yeah.
You're dismissed. And then he starts just throwing shit. And he's like, shit! They're back in the security room. We're seeing Jane Doe. And she gets on the computer, makes the sprinklers go off, pops out the door, kicks the shit out of the security guards, and takes off.
Cool.
She finds a guy in a suit who recognizes her. pulls out a gun, starts shooting at her. She ducks around the corner. He runs around the corner and she hits him in the face with a manhole cover.
Oh, damn.
So he's dead.
Yeah.
And she pulls out the phone and it's nothing on the phone except her picture.
Oh, damn.
Yells, "What do you people want with me?" And she runs off, sees the bald guy, and he shoots her right in the chest. This is 5 issues. Sorry. I always do that, bro. I always cover the first issue and then go, oh, yeah, this is this many issues. And then I always say, this is number 2. And then I never talk about him again. This is issue 2. We're in Geneva still. We see a man. He's wearing a top hat, a big brown coat, and he's walking down the street. She is now running in the snow. The gunshot did not stop her. She's holding her arm. She's bleeding. Runs into this man with the coat and the hat. Bunch of papers fly everywhere. He recognizes the tattoo and screams, "You're one of them." She doesn't know what he's talking about. She runs off. The policemen are right there behind her.
All right.
So she disappears. She's on the roof. They're looking for her. They have no idea where she is. She steals some clothes and she says, I got to get out of the city. So now we are with the director. This guy is in charge of whatever program is happening and maybe more. They don't specify. He's just the director.
Yeah.
Now, the director is talking to the general. Caden. His name's Caden. Nice. Okay, so the director is talking to General Caden, who is the head of the Newman industry in Hawaii, right?
Okay.
He is upset. Hey, you have anything new to tell me? He tells him no. Tell me about the Chinese general and what happened in Geneva. I'm getting grilled. The last thing we need, this is election year, the last thing we need is someone singling out Newman for a committee hearing and blowing the lid and exposing everything. The general, Caden, tells him Newman is for protecting America's interest in the cyber world. That's what we're doing. Just feed him that old line. Tells him, keep your nose clean, keep your shit straight. Yeah. I don't need any of this coming back to us at all. So we're back with Jane Doe. She's got a hoodie. She's bleeding. The cops recognize her because she's walking around covered in blood. She takes off and is surrounded by multiple policemen. She's down on her knees with her hands on her head, and a car smashes through all the police car and pull up and opens the door. It's the man in the big brown coat. He picks her up and they take off. He is saying, "Oh, you're one of them. You're one of them." And she has no idea what he means. He tells her,
second person to say that too.
He's a blogger and he writes about government conspiracies trying to protect the general public from the powers that be. And he goes, "You're one of them again." And she says, "The police? No. Newman, what is Newman?" And they realize, he points out her tattoo. All the Newman operatives have that. She says, "I just woke up in a hospital. I don't even know my own name. I don't even recognize my own damn face."
Yeah.
So they realize they're getting chased by like 4 policemen. She says, "Let me take over. Let me drive." And she's just an incredible driver. Doesn't know how she's doing it. She even states that, has no clue, but loses all the policemen. So we're at Newman with General Caden. He's looking at a map. "Okay, tell me what's going on." They have pictures of her from 20 minutes ago. They don't know where they went. They see a picture of the guy and they say, "Who is that?" His name is Louis Green. He was a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist, but got exposed for being a traitor, a treasonous traitor to America. He now writes a blog talking about government conspiracies, and that's enough for Caden to be like, well, shit, that's not good. We need to take care of all of this. And so what are we doing? What are we doing? He calls her Fisher. "What are you doing, Fisher?" So we find out that's her. That's her name, Fisher. Gotcha. They pull in the parking garage. He is being really aggressively being like, "Come on, tell me you know something. I know you know something." And she again freaks out, yelling at him, "I don't know anything. Hey, we'll figure it out together." So they go to Louis' house. They're driving away. We're back with Caden, who says launch Operation Judas.
They always got to have names for this shit.
Yeah, no, they always got to launch or initiate some other program or something. So we see a man in Italy in a blue suit. He has a tattoo on his arm as well. It's a little bonsai tree. We see another man in France. He is working. He's a construction worker. He has a soccer ball on his arm that lights up. And we see a woman in France who has a little cat, and her tattoo lights up. They all go to the train station, open a locker, and they all pull out a phone. that has Fisher's picture on it.
Okay.
So these are that new operation he launched, right? What was it? Judas? Yeah, Operation Judas. So that's those three guys. So we see Geneva then, implying that this is in the past,
Yeah,
right?
flashback or something.
So we see Fisher crawling through a vent with the bald guy. They're going to a comms room. They dart the two security guards. They get inside. He tells her, give the general the malware and let's get out of here. So she's searching for him on the computer, finds the general, accessing his laptop, tells her, place the malware and let's go. Where it says install, yes or no, it looks like she has no highlighted. And then you see a folder. It says China is under attack. Looks like she was typing it. New message send to DJ Kim, which is this general that they're talking about in China.
Okay.
So I've placed the malware on the general's laptop. We can go now. The bald guy she came with is pointing a gun at her head, and he says, good, now it's time for the real mission. And she wakes up in the back of Louis Green's car. She tries to tell him images, hey, this isn't like a memory, this is just images I see. I really can't put anything together. Only thing I remember is something called President Wilson. Louis says, that's a hotel, I know where it is. We'll go there later, but we have work to do now.
Okay.
They go into Louis' apartment. He goes to grab some like first aid kit. She picks up a picture of his family and he loses his shit. This is where everything's supposed to be. Don't touch anything. Anyway, here's the first aid kit. Go ahead, take care of yourself. And he busts out his box of folders with Newman and everything on it, right? So what he found out is their secret cybersecurity agency called Newman. Their purpose is to protect the United States. He's done a lot of research, everything being rumors, though one of the rumors is that all these agents can interface with any piece of technology, basically interact with the source code and do anything. So their agents can manipulate elections, the stock market. It's just the possibilities are endless and limitless, and they're just extremely dangerous. So they all have these tattoos, and he finds out what they do is pretty much the opposite. Rig elections, basically make sure that America is the most powerful nation and actually take down other nations, which is what these people can do. They drop them off in a city, in a country, and basically tell them to go bring it down.
Yeah.
That's what they do. So she's struggling with it. Is he right? There's no way he's right. It sounds like he's right. When I hear what he's saying, it feels that he is correct and this is what's going on. He gets a little rowdy again. I know you're one of them agents. Tell me. Come on, tell me. I know you're one of them.
Yeah.
And she freaks out again. Shut the fuck up. Listen, I don't remember shit. It's the same spiel again.
Yeah.
Pulls out the phone with her picture on it and says, that's it. That's all I remember. That's all I have. We are at Newman headquarters. We see Caden. He gets called into the ops room and he is told that the phones that all the agents use have a call home button. And it basically sends a ping to Newman headquarters so they can be like picked up.
Right.
They got a ping sent to them. They're at Louis Green's house. Says, we'll have a team there soon. Send them out. Let's roll. We see another man with glasses. He is looking at the screen and he says, what have you gotten yourself into, Fisher? Caden is calling somebody. I got a location on the target. I need you to take care of it now. It's the bald guy, the hitman. It's a different one. There's two bald hitmen in this.
Okay.
Took me a second to figure that out.
Funny.
So she figures out that the phone has a call home function and basically backward hacks it. Instead of tracing where she is, she's tracing where they are. So essentially waiting for them to show up or can see if they're showing up. She also is digging in the files and finds a picture of herself that says Agent Fisher, 42 missions, real name and date of birth unknown. She finds videos of them driving from like this morning. There's
weird.
In the Newman folder on this system she hacked. Yeah, there's videos of her driving. There's her file. He says, look me up, look me up. There's a gunshot and she pushes Louis out of the way, saves his life. But there is a bald dude in a black turtleneck and black pants. Looks like an Archer character wearing slightly darker black outfit. Blasted away. They're hiding. They run out the building and get away. He's calling, I'm guessing, Caden, and says, hey, the targets escaped. They won't get too far. No. Don't worry about that. Take care of the mission I assigned you. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next day, we're with General Kim, the Chinese general, that she was supposed to install malware on his computer.
Right.
It also had a detonation thing where it was like, or once someone accessed the computer, it was going to delete the point of origin, so they'd never be able to trace where the virus came from.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was pretty neat. Some hacker nonsense.
Yeah.
Sounded cool. General Kim gets a call, picks up the phone, says, yeah, I got that message. It was just on my computer. I can't explain it. It just kind of appeared. So China could be under attack. We need to show that we're the most powerful nation. And then he gets sniped straight through his dome piece, right? Head meat everywhere. Shows a bald dude, a mustachioed bald fellow.
Another bald man.
Says, two bald men. Yeah. This is one of them. Yeah. He says, calls Caden, says, it's done. So General's now killed. We have General Caden somewhere over the Pacific speaking to a man named Elk. Elk is the guy that was looking at the screen going, what'd you got yourself into, Fisher? They are old friends. He says it here. I've known her for pretty much my whole life. She wouldn't just turn on the country for no reason. Something's going on. He's telling Elk, hey, she killed the Chinese general overnight. He's dead now, and we have to get this situation under control. Do you have the fortitude to take care of her if need be? And he tells him, yeah, he does. So in Geneva, she goes to a little cafe, pulls out her phone, hits the home function, does her backwards tracing again, and then starts doing some digging. Gets into the Geneva file, finds out that the general is dead, sees that he's dead on some CCTV because she can access like every camera in the city, basically.
Right. She gets a sweet sniper shot.
She calls General Caden here. Are you the guy in charge? Hey, you know I am. Where are you? We're bringing a team in. You've caused me a lot of trouble. Who are you? What are you doing? Why are you chasing me? He doesn't believe her. Stop bullshitting. It's just better for us if you turn us in. We spent a lot of money on you. We built you up to be this perfect thing, and now you turned on us immediately. Fuck you. You suck. We're coming to kill you.
It's funny that they just don't believe in the amnesia.
No, not at all.
No, amnesia's not real, so shut the fuck up and get over here.
So he gives the phone to Elk, and Elk's like, come on, Fisher, it's me, Elk. And she's like, who the fuck is Elk? And then she gets this, like, looks like a very painful flashback of memories. Her as a kid, her and Elk as a kid. They go to a boarding school or whatever. They get picked up by two agents who say these guys are suitable. They get experimented on, and then it shows them climbing a fucking mountain together.
Okay.
Send them on their first mission. They're ready, and it shows them on a mountain.
Okay.
So she hangs up, storms off. Enough. Get a team there. She's gone rogue. There's no doubt about it. Hit her with the SWAT team. Let's take care of this. They show up, find a cafe's empty, and the phone is destroyed. She's back on the roof, looking down at him, kind of talking to herself, right? Having a little Batman moment. So she knows from searching the network, Caden is the guy with all the answers. We need to talk to him. We have to move on. So what's next? And she says, well, we have to find out who I am and put a stop to all this. Pretty much the same mission statement as when we started.
Yeah.
I still don't really know who I am. Agent Fisher is a code name, so I don't know my actual name at all.
So were we able to read what her real name was on that file?
It said unknown.
Okay.
It said date of birth and real name unknown.
Gotcha.
Louis Green here in the top hat wants to go back to his apartment for something. She is fiercely protesting, does not want to do it. We see Caden and Elk on a different plane now, on a little private plane. They are talking to the director. And Caden pretty much just lies to him about, we got it all under control.
Yeah.
Elk's like, dude, you just lied to the director. If we don't get this taken care of, you're fucked.
Yeah.
We're in Geneva. They are back at Louis' apartment. He wants to grab the picture. She is mad. Why the hell did we come back to grab a damn picture? That's ridiculous. Homeboy in the tight black turtleneck and pants, bald mustachioed man shows up. And he says, so I knew you'd come back. I just had to wait for you both. Check out the dude's fit. It's pretty tight.
Whoa. He's
pretty
a brave,
tight.
brave man.
It looks like those ballet dancers, you know,
Yes.
the background guys that'll be lifting them and shit.
It looks
That's what
exactly like that.
he just forgot his mask.
Damn. It's so he can squeeze between tight places.
I guess. And dance freely.
Yeah.
It
helps with mobility and flexibility.
It's like another skin. It's like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. He is telling her about this is really hard because of our history, and she's saying, dude, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, real quick, why did they want to kill me? I don't know. I'm just the delivery guy. Sorry about this. Goodbye. And she grabs a knife and just like, hucks it at him.
Nice.
Hits the gun out of his hand. Pretty cool. Ends up fist fighting him. Rages. He's whining about how you were always better than me and everyone else. You always used to show us up. He's holding the gun and she forces him to point it at himself and then shoots him in the head.
Hell yeah.
So he's fine. He'll be all right.
You do that joke a lot and it makes me laugh every time.
I know. It's awesome. But he is dead. You can't survive that, Adam.
Oh, really?
Oh, sometimes in
Shit
these
does
comics,
happen.
You can.
Shit
and also
happens,
real life.
bro. Yeah. Shit happens.
Very true. She's yelling at him. I told you we shouldn't have come back. This is bullshit. He says, this is my family. I love them. I miss them. And then we get his backstory.
Okay.
Pulitzer Prize winning journalist. He just did all his research. He said he got nosy when he saw that the Newman headquarters was going up. He didn't understand what this new bill was, these new actions. He didn't get it. So he did some research and found out about Newman. It's an agency formed, the joint effort by the FBI, CIA, and NSA. It was all about protecting the United States from any foreign threats which could attack us digitally, protecting us from the next world war. They did the opposite. They're rigging elections. They're basically ensuring us to stay the most powerful nation while destroying other nations. He was about to release this story, and before he could, they released this article about him being a traitor. So he bounced to Switzerland, where they don't... What is it?
Background check?
No. Where they go grab him from other countries.
Recruiting?
No. When they go arrest someone, you go to another country, and that country will send you back.
Oh my God, what is it called? Not treaty. It's not a blah 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 country.
Yeah.
Extradition.
Extradite. That's what it is. He went to Switzerland so they wouldn't extradite him.
Gotcha.
I'm leaving all that in there.
No.
And now I have to because I've referenced it, Adam. Gives her that whole story. That's why he's sad and wants the picture of his kids. And she's like, all right, yeah, fine. I know what to do now. So last issue, it starts with a gun and Fisher is staring down the barrel of that 45. And we see another bald man because the other bald guy died.
So many bald dudes.
So we see the bald guy pointing a gun at Louis Green, who is taped and tied up. And
that's hot.
Guy saying it's poetic. It all started with you, and now it ends with you as well. Da 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 da. So earlier, it says several hours earlier, it's Fisher and Louis. They get to President Wilson Hotel. They get inside. They go to the communications room. Now she can only access a little bit. Some files have been erased, but she has video from a couple of days ago. And what this video is showing her also in skin tight black outfit. She looking bad too, and the bald guy there. They
looking
run up.
Bad in his skin.
He looking tight and bad too.
Nice.
He runs up to the 6th floor again. Remember Fisher? We plant the malware on the Chinese general. Then we can send him back to the Stone Age. It won't take long. In and out. So she goes, I know where to go now. So they run up to the 6th floor, Louis and Fisher. They go to the communications room, and he says, "Why can't we just do that down there? This place has the physical backup copy, so." Even if they're deleted down there, we can get the originals from here.
Okay.
So a downloaded version of it, it's fine. We'll have everything. When they bust in, it's General Caden, Elk, and second bald guy.
Yeah.
And he sees her and says, do your job, and he starts shooting at her. Now they run out of the hotel, and Louis gets abducted. It shows her running across a bridge, and it cuts to the night Fisher was found in the water. She's running across the same bridge.
Yeah.
And it shows the bald man shoot at her. It skins her head.
Right.
And she falls into the water. She doesn't realize that Louis was gone because when she took off running, she's way faster than him.
Okay.
And he's a little pudgy and short guy. Yeah. So a man walks past and sticks a note in her pocket. It says, I have Louis Green. So back to the present, bald man pointing a gun at Louis Green, who's tied up.
Yep.
And she is there, says, fine, I give up. Fucking kill me. I got one question, though. What's that? Why me? Mm-hmm. Well, you didn't complete your mission. Like, you were meant to put that there so we could take over and take care of them. Da-da-da. You've heard it 1,000 times. That's what you were supposed to do. You got too good. They were very scared you were going to be uncontrollable. We had to get rid of you. You were a threat.
Okay.
She puts her hands up, and she's got a gun taped to her back.
Of course.
And then she's like, well, I'll just stop you now. Da! And they get in a gunfight. She shoots him. Cool fist fight. She gets her legs around him and breaks his neck.
Nice.
She sets Louis free, tells him to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Go home. Go get on a plane and go home. He says he can't because when he gets to the plane, he'll get arrested because he's on a no-fly because the NSA thing. It's fine. It'll be taken care of when you get there. We see the director talking to 5 very important people, and they're saying, so who killed General Kim? He tells them it was a group of extremists reacting. It wasn't us. They're like, that could cause a shitstorm. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. Everything's under control. Geneva, China, it's all under control. Fisher is now resolved to take care of all of this. She gets on a computer. She does her little hacking thing, gets into Newman, confirms that they abduct children, train them, and then surgically
That's where those people come from.
Put in the implants that help them, interface with anything, any kind of electronics on the planet. She digs into Louis Green, erases anything that's wrong with his history. So when he does get to the plane, he'll be able to just get on and go home. Elk and Caden walk in. She slams him against the wall, pointing a gun at him. Shoots him right in the shoulder immediately. Talk to me. Listen, I'm done. Stop chasing me. If you ever come after me again, I'll kill you.
Right.
Leave me the fuck alone. I'm done.
Reasonable response, honestly.
SWAT team busted in the door. She runs, jumps out of the window. She's gone. We're back in Newman headquarters, Hawaii. Remember the 20-story building? SWAT team goes in there and kills literally everyone.
Oh, damn.
Director is telling a round table, it's all taken care of. It's all cleaned up. Listen, Newman was just a test. It failed, but now we can launch Project Prism right away. And they all clap and pat themselves on the back.
I told you, they love naming that shit.
Louis Green goes to the airport, goes right through with no problem. He looks on the TV. It says Newman revealed to the whole world. So Fisher did that.
Nice.
Goes home, sees his wife and 2 kids. Basically resolved to take care of the larger looming threat that she knows is coming.
Yeah.
So there it is. Jason Borne.
Cool.
Evie Hunt. The Equalina.
I get it.
The Accountant.
That one's good. I like that one.
All right, yeah. So the art was fine. It was cool comic.
It was slick art, like very not minimalistic, but like very clean.
Yeah, I like semi minimalistic. I liked it. It wasn't too busy. It wasn't too crazy. Art was fine. Yeah. Faces were fine, but they were inconsistent. The character would look completely different from one panel to the other.
That's such a common thing, man.
It is. I guess faces are hard
to do. That's why we talk about them.
It's my second Red 5 comic, and it was also cool.
Cool.
So I've done 2 good Red 5 comics.
I'll get there.
I genuinely enjoyed this comic. It was good.
Bang, bang, boom.
This is Matt versus Adam. This is where we take a random character generator online. We see who would win between who he gets and who I get. We're doing Powerpuff Girls today, apparently.
Yeah.
We did a cartoon one, and we both got Powerpuff Girl characters.
Right.
I got Maylyn, who's just a cute little roller skating girl.
She looks cool.
She does look cool. That. Yep, she does look cool.
I got the Amoeba Boys, which...
You got Bossman.
Bossman from the Amoeba Boys, the leader of the Amoeba Boys.
Yes.
And I remember them in the cartoon doing well against the Powerpuff Girls, obviously losing. Supposedly they were more of a joke character than even the other joke characters. Is what I read.
Well, I read that he is incompetent.
Yeah.
And they've never committed real crimes.
They
But
stole
then it
an
also
orange.
said...
They stole an orange one time.
It also said they've caused very wide destruction.
For the people of Townsville and whatever.
And then they got a lot of people sick.
Yeah.
And they do have some interesting abilities, but
yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you simply have abilities and you regularly fight superpowered
very
beings.
highly powered.
It's super strong characters, and I'm just a regular kid. I have
basically
no chance. You're also bigger than me. I thought you were going to be small.
No, they're
You're
like
larger than
tall,
me.
like human or adults in the Powerpuff Girls cartoons.
And
They're
this
like
is
that size.
this is a fight on sight thing. We see each other in downtown Houston, and we immediately attack.
Yeah.
There's really I have no argument here. I mean, I don't think there's a way she beats him unless, like you said, prep time.
Yeah. You could like
weapons.
ask the Powerpuff Girls to help you.
Yeah.
Basically is what it would take.
If I had a power, I would have it. But she has absolutely nothing. Just a regular little kid who's not going to win against a big-ass ball of flubber.
Yeah. He's like hard to hurt because he's just kind of like an amoeba or whatever.
Yeah, fine. So it's a 46 to 45. Yay.
Yay. That's right, Matt. Yay.
This is like the
back to the usual
5th or 6th time in our relationship that I just really don't like you. All right, we're on Facebook. Nope. We're on TikTok and Instagram at Flipping Pages 24. We're on Facebook at Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. New episodes release every Thursday on all platforms and YouTube. New episodes of The Dollar Bin release every Monday on all platforms and YouTube. Best way to support us is follow, rate, review on your platforms. Follow, like, subscribe, comment, talk shit.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, do that on the socials and YouTube. If you've done that, we appreciate it. If you're just listening, we also appreciate that. But, come on, step it up. Just kidding. We love you all. Is that the episode? I think that's the episode.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.